This is my response video to a video that this YouTuber by the name of Jamil Peterson made targeting Hassan Campbell. Now, this dude, he has a YouTube channel, and all his videos are targeting YouTubers with big subscribers. And he's trolling them. But this dude claims to be Hassan Campbell's prison mate. He was in prison with Hassan Campbell. He was his roommate in prison in Rikers Island. And this dude is saying that Hassan Campbell was braiding hair in prison. Now, I'm going to put a link to that dude's video on the bottom and you guys can check it out for yourself. But in his video, man, it sounds like this dude's got so much jealousy in his heart. And he's in his emotions because Hassan Campbell allegedly said that the dude was unfunny. He said the dude wasn't funny at all. The dude is trying to be a comedian. He says he's a comedian. But Hassan Campbell hurt his feelings by telling him that he wasn't funny. So in response, this dude is now trolling Hassan Campbell. He's caught in his emotions. And he's saying that Hassan Campbell was braiding dude's hair in prison. And that Hassan Campbell paid him to not talk about that. Now, it's not so much as what this dude said in his videos. It's what he didn't say. And listening to this dude's video, it makes me wonder if he's got some type of fixation on Hassan Campbell. There's a lot of things that dudes do while they're in prison that they don't even speak on when they get out of prison. They just continue to live as a heterosexual male. They don't talk about unless somebody that was in prison with them or was cellmates with them that's got some scoop on them. Now, it almost sounds like, and listen closely to the way I put this, it almost sounds like that this dude and Hassan Campbell had relations in prison. And I'm going to say this is alleged. It sounds like this dude and Hassan Campbell had relations. I shared a story one time of this brother I knew before he went to prison. Went to school with him. And one day he came in my store. Now, he did some years in prison. And he came in my store and, was looking around, was buying some things. And then this young dude came in that knew him from prison and outed him. And I felt so bad, man. The dude's name was Calvin. I felt so bad for Calvin, man, because dude came in there and was like, yo, I know this nigga, man. He was in prison with me, man. And he was doing this to dudes and he was doing this. Now, behind bars, allegedly, according to this young dude, Calvin was a homosexual, right? So Calvin was living a double life. So Calvin didn't deny it, but what he did was he hung his head down and he just walked out the store. He was embarrassed because this young dude outed him for being gay behind prison walls. Right? So there's things that dudes do in prison, man, and when they get out, they don't talk about it. So women, for those of you women out there that have dudes, man, that's locked up or that got out of prison, just kind of be watchful and beware because your man could be living a double lifestyle because you don't know what went on behind prison walls. Behind prison, and you got dudes, man, that keep going back to prison. They miss prison because they may have a boy behind prison walls. right? So you be surprised. I was talking to this OG one time, man, and he was telling me, because he was in there for bank robbery, and I shared this in the video in the past too, but he was in there for bank robbery. And I was talking to my man, and I might end up doing an interview with this dude, man, because he's interesting. He was a bank robber, man, in New York, right? And dude went to jail for years, man, and I had to ask him, I said, yo, man, I said, rumor has it that when dudes are in prison for a certain time period, man, that every dude that go to jail, or just about every dude go to jail, has been with a man. Had allowed a man to go down on him, or he went down on a man, or whatever, right? I had asked him if that was true, and he said it was true. So then I had asked him again. I said, so that means that you must have, and he said, well, you know what? He says, we don't look at that as being gay. He said, because I asked him, I said, now, would you consider yourself gay or bisexual because of the fact that you've been with a man? He admitted it. And he was like, nah, he said, we don't look at it that way. He said, we're in there to survive, man. And he said, and when we get out, the way he put it was that he was not the receiver. If you get the gist of what I'm saying. He wasn't the receiver. He was the giver. So if he was doing the dude and not being done by the dude, then he didn't consider himself to be a homosexual. So you have dudes, man, that's living in denial, especially dudes that's been locked up for a certain period of time. You know, they living in denial. So according to this dude, he's saying that Hassan Campbell braided hair. And when I listen to that, and he's making a big deal out of it because he knows or feels that Hassan Campbell is bothered by that. My thought on that is, so what? There's a lot of male beauticians out there, and there's women that prefer to go to men to do their hair because they feel men do their hair better than a woman would do it. Now, me personally, I wouldn't have no man braid my hair. That's just, going to the barbershop and then sitting down, letting the dude braid your hair, that's different. That's different, bro. That's different. But there's a lot of dudes that's beautician out there that do hair, and they're making a killing doing these women hair. So I'd say, so what? But a lot of these dudes that's beauticians, not barbers, but are beauticians, they tend to live a homosexual lifestyle. They're gay, right? So a lot of hair beauticians, male hair beauticians are gay. So if Hassan Campbell did hair in prison, so what? There's a lot of dudes out there that do hair. A lot of dudes that braid other women's hair. And I'm sure there's dudes that braid dudes' hair. I would know about that. That's not my forte, right? But like I mentioned, it's not so much as what this dude said as what he didn't say. I'm going to play a portion of this dude's video. And this is not a copyright thing. This is free whatever, right? But I'm going to let you listen to what this dude says. And then you tell me if something don't sound right to you. Right? So check this out.
But no, Hassan Campbell was one of my best cellmates. You know how many cellies I used to have? Hassan Campbell used to share his fucking food. That's another thing. I'm not gonna lie, he used to have a store in our cell. So he never, because ain't nobody sent me no money. I'm not gonna front. Motherfuckers, when I go to jail, they act like, that I didn't look out for them and do shit for them. And I don't feel like a motherfucker owe me if I put myself in jail. But Hassan Campbell, when he made a big-ass Chi-Chi or a Stromboli wrap, he always shared with me. Hassan Campbell, I will not lie on him, he always fucking shared with me. And when he took a doo-doo and the jail was locked down, he was so kind to put the fucking towel up. So when Hassan Campbell would take a doo-doo, I know what Hassan Campbell doo-doo smell like, okay? And this is a true story. Hassan Campbell know what my shit smell like too. We were cellmates. You know what I'm talking cellmate for 10 months straight. So all his mannerisms and shit, you know how he be holding the hatchet and stuff like that? When Hassan Campbell used to fucking read the Bible and shit like that, he used to do the same type of shit, just like this. Motherfucker used to just be, you know what I mean, rubbing on the Bible and shit. I used to watch him do this type of behavior. You know what I mean? Listen, Greg, go eat a peanut sandwich. Why the fuck are you on my shit? Let's remove Greg, you know what I mean? Let's remove this dumb motherfucker. Get your bitch ass off my shit. Your Hassan Campbell supporting motherfucker. Then he got a suit on. Did y'all see that motherfucker over here talking shit? He got a fucking suit on. You look like one of those motherfuckers, one of them pastors that be molesting children and shit. Go somewhere and play with Brother Polite, stupid motherfucker. Get off my fucking channel, bitch. You understand me? A real nigga is talking right now. You still want to stand up for Hassan Campbell. Look at Hassan Campbell. Look at what he calls on YouTube right now. Everybody and their mother is doing Hassan Campbell diss records right now. And you want to still feel bad for that motherfucker. How do you feel bad for a nigga that don't feel bad for the shit he do? Huh? And that was my cellmate. You understand me? You wasn't in jail with us, bitch. So mind your motherfucking business. And I mean this shit, old head. Get your bitch ass off of my channel. Go get on somebody else's page and talk shit, try to be noticed, bitch. You know what I mean? You think those Chicago niggas are going looking for I don't know. I do not know. But apparently Hassan Campbell don't care who he disrespects just to, you know what I mean, for YouTube. You know?
But this dude, man, he sounds like a scorned woman. He does, man. He sounds like he is sincerely scorned, man. This dude that don't like when you're doing well. Just think back of Young Pharaoh. And when dudes that were in prison with Young Pharaoh were looking for him, and I kind of feel that the dudes are trying to set him up to rob him and whatnot. But this dude all of a sudden appeared at a hotel that Young Pharaoh was at, you know, and you got dudes, man, that hate on you when they see that you out of prison and you start doing well for yourself. There's dudes that don't like that, man, and they're going to hate on you. And they're going to do everything in their power to try to tear you down. Now, this dude is in his feelings. I'm going to put a link to his video on the bottom. You guys check it out. But it sounds like this dude, his feelings are hurt. He sounds like a woman that's scorned and that's out for blood, right? And he's bringing up things about Hassan Campbell and listen to how he says Hassan's name, right? This dude is trolling him. You know, what heterosexual man would spend this much time? Look at all the videos on his channel. What dude would spend that much time trolling another man? And these are grown men. See, I can see why so many black women turn away from black men. I can truly understand that. Because you have dudes, man, that's on social media. This dude may be somebody's daddy, for all we know. But you have dudes like this trolling other men. They don't have a full-time job, and maybe the dude do have a job. I don't know, but he's spending an awful lot of time. I know for myself, like with my business, and I'm so busy during the daytime, I hardly have time to make videos. I have to try to find time to make videos. Much less go live. You know, I would love to go live, but time doesn't permit it. But maybe I might later on try to find some time to try to make that happen. But what productive man in society that would spend this much time trolling another man? So it's not so much as what this dude is saying. So what if Hassan Campbell braided hair? I mean, things this dude mentioned, it's like, why was it so important for you to mention the fact that you know what his mess smells like and he knows what your mess smells like, or when you guys fart, you know, and how he took care of you and fed you, and how you watch how he was, doing, holding his Bible like he holds that hatchet, why you as a heterosexual man pays that much attention to the way how a man holds a hatchet? Why would you pay that much attention to that as a straight man? Unless something else happened between you two behind prison walls. So it's not so much as what he's saying, it's what he's not saying. Because certain things he mentioned kind of gave clue or an inside peek to a relationship that him and Hassan Campbell might have had while being locked up in Rikers Island. What do you guys think about that? Now, I'm going to put a link to his video in the bottom and you guys can watch it in its entirety for yourself. But, a lot of the stuff that he mentioned was just too much information, man. We really didn't need that mental image in our mind, man. We really didn't need that, right? But if Hassan Campbell braided hair in prison and he's good at it, like this dude was stressing how good Hassan Campbell was at braiding hair, so what? What does that have to do with you? And how do you feel that makes him look bad or gay because he braids hair? So feedback, tell me what you think. I'm going to put a link to the dude's video in the bottom. And tell me, does it sound like that Hassan Campbell and this dude might have been in some type of relationship? They were cellies together. And this dude gave detail on what it was like. And I guess when you're locked up behind bars, you have the time on your hands, man, to just sit there and watch what another man does and how he holds a hatchet or a Bible. Instead of going to the law library and reading a book or doing something, man, you seemed to pay a lot of attention to what Hassan was doing. He was even talking about how he knew what Hassan Campbell watched on television and the cartoons that he was watching. Yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think? Feedback, tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm Fearless.